Latinos, worldwide fans of the planet's hottest entertainment with an edge. Jaime En Fuego here, and I welcome you to my namesake program, Enfuegotainment, and yes, another FRESCA FUEGO review. And interestingly enough, this is a release from Disney, and not just Disney animation. And that's something that you need to give some distinction to. Because, like, Disney animation are the purporters of stuff like Frozen and Zootopia, but the creme de la creme, you know, the Toy Stories, the most prominent stuff, Inside Out, the most prominent things that Disney as an animation studio has done are courtesy of none other than Pixar. And I am giving you my very brief thoughts today in a Rapido Fuego review on Luca.
Do not go anywhere near the surface. Got it?
Everything good is above the surface. Walking, air, the sky, clouds, the sun. Whoa, don't look at it. Just kidding. Definitely look at it.
Have you ever gone to the human town?
Yeah. I'm kind of an expert.
Hey, little hands!
Someone got lucky today.
And unfortunately, Luca is one where you can understand why they just dumped it on Disney Plus. Yeah, and that's really the main thing that I'm gonna hang my hat on. And that's not to say that it's bad, because it is beautifully animated, seriously. And I love the score. I love just the attention to detail in the fact that, yes, it is such an Italiano, you know, sort of situation. And just brief bits about the story is the fact that, yes, you have these sea creatures in Italy that apparently, as this young boy, who is voiced by Jacob Tremblay, realizes that when you leave the surface, you transform into an actual person. So I have seen some peeps compare this for whatever reason that I cannot particularly understand, and shout out to all my LGBTQ friends and stuff like that, but this is not The Little Mermaid meets Call Me By Your Name. It's not, man. You know, there is like just kind of wishful thinking and just placing, I don't know. I'm not trying to be mean about this, but I don't necessarily see those connotations as far as analogy. And so essentially, yes, this main kid by Tremblay basically goes into the real world of Italy with this older boy and experiences what human life is really about. They have a Vespa obsession. They befriend this girl, and like, I can see after so many people mentioned the connotations, but I don't necessarily know if it was deliberate or intended. And really what it boils down to is that despite being a beautiful film, like, there's a reason, just to gravitate back to it, why Disney did not demand the $30 price point as we had with Mulan, and as we had with Cruella, and as we will, from what they have said, have with Black Widow. There's a reason. They knew. This movie's not that good. You know, it's not bad. It's not bad, but it is most definitely not great. It has some aspects of charm, and it has the inherent Pixar sweetness that you would expect, but I don't know. Pixar, as far as Onward was fantastic, Soul was so friggin' good, but I do indeed feel like their returns are, especially with the original projects, like not as prolific, not as inspiring, not as awesome. And it's really fish out of water, so to speak, without getting too jokey about it. And that's really the story. It really doesn't go anywhere. You know, it's a very predictable narrative. And so, despite looking pretty and despite being, cute and charming in that regard, especially from our voice talent, I think the kid from Shazam and who played Eddie in it is the older boy. but and you know, you don't want to be a Bruno, you know. So there's some funny stuff in the pasta consumption, you know. As a carb addict who does not consume them as much as I would love, the training aspect to, you know, getting involved in this Vespa race and stuff, and because it's not just a race, it's like a race slash like food eating contest. So there's a lot of fun, there's a lot of cuteness to everything, but as far as standing out from the pack of the brilliantly inspired prior work from Pixar, yeah, this one really did not do it for me, unfortunately. And so, yes, there are enjoyable aspects, and if you have Disney Plus, you can watch this, yeah, without spending an extra $30. Ah, damn! That, you know why they didn't cough up that, you know, sort of thing, why they didn't want you to spend that extra ducat. And so that maybe would have been a red flag for some people. I was still going into Luca with a very open mind and you know, just like happy heart and such, but really at the end of the day, I don't even really feel like the stakes are particularly significant in this film, because, you know, you have our main kid, you know, he goes up, he decides to run away, and then the parents are upset and they, you know, just get into their human form to go after him and investigate the situation. But there's really no peril. There's really nothing that is going to put you on the edge as far as situations go. I mean, yes, you've got this asshole-ish, you know, other driver, this Italiano guy who's got his like two little droogs, and there are some funny bits with them. I will definitely say some very amusing bits, especially where he pours all the olive oil on the tubbier little dude who was one of his droogs, and he's just like, yes, I bathe in the olive oil. Yeah, that is funny, you know. So there are some chuckle-worthy bits within this, but at the end of the day, man, not to quote Jeremy Johns, but I guess I will, you know, I will have forgotten about this movie, you know, tomorrow, because of the fact that it is one of the least memorable things I have ever seen Pixar put together. Honestly, in current consideration, yeah, this is legitimately one of the most boring and forgettable things that they have ever put together. And that's not just, you know, narrative, that is, you know, situations and structuring and just all that stuff. Holy crap, I'm not trying to tear this film to pieces, because it's cute and it's fun to a degree, but man, Luca is probably the worst thing, aside from those stupid Cars sequels, Cars and Planes and all that other stuff. I think it's probably the worst original film that Pixar has ever put out. So I am going to say 2 out of 5 Fuego Fireballs. This is a Malo film, at least in my designation. It's probably more so like a 2.5, if I'm going to be totally fair about it. But yeah, since I have to always round up or round down, this movie's Malo. It's not good. It's not good. It is, unfortunately, it's bad. So I extend a grande gracias and thanks for hearing these brief thoughts. I'm actually trying to condense the thoughts in some of these reviews and just give you more concise, brief opinions, because, I mean, do you really want 10 or 15 minutes, you know, of me trying to tell you if a movie is worth watching, especially if you subscribe to the $6.99 Disney Plus service and you're like, okay, just give it to me straight, dude. Is it worth spending my hour and 30 minutes or whatever? No, I would say this one is not. But yeah, I'm going to try to keep things at least a little bit more just steadfast and encompassed and so on and so forth. But I've been Jaime En Fuego, and you can find more on all social media sectors like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, here on the YouTubies, where a like, a share, a subscribe is greatly appreciated. And if you like the spectacular, there is youtube.com/The Horror Show channel. We will be out live, yes, live, real life conventions, experience, interaction. That is on the horizon on July 4th weekend in Glendale, Arizona, and very much looking forward to Mad Monster. Mad Monster. We will be there, and hope to see all of you there, if at all possible. And yeah, guys, until the Reel of Ka comes around once again, hasta luego. send me guys, constant readers, viewers alike, say thank you. I'm hopeful we share more of this palaver sooner rather than later. And until that instance occurs, remember to stay scared. And yeah, watch more movies, guys. Yeah, this one was a little scarier than I was anticipating, at least as far as quality goes. But yeah, stay home, watch them.